great day to be at Purdue University, huh? Have you ever seen a landing like that MV-22 Osprey, huh? Was that not cool? My name is Dan Hassler. I'm the president of Purdue Research Foundation. The pilots who fly such an aircraft and the ground crew support Marines present here today are the finest America has to offer. Major Nolan Dean and your flight team, Gunnery Sergeant Gene Bradley and your ground team, I welcome you to Purdue University and West Lafayette. Thank you for coming. In a little while, all of our guests may walk up to the Humvee and the Osprey to get a closer look. Many of you will have the opportunity to walk through the Osprey and see firsthand one of the finest examples of American ingenuity and technology. They're with us today to help us celebrate the dedication of the 940-acre Purdue Aerospace District, where tomorrow's ingenuity and cutting-edge technology is going to be developed. But it doesn't stop here. You've witnessed all the changes happening at Purdue, beginning with the $120 million State Street project, which leads to the front door of the Purdue Aerospace District and to the $1.3 billion Purdue Innovation District. Our aim is to do even more to innovate technologies that give our armed forces the world's best tools and to introduce the magic of aerospace technologies to our young people. It's only the beginning, so keep your ears and eyes open and join our flight into the future. Well, now to get to the reason why you're here today, to learn more about the United States Marine Corps and its flight and ground arsenals. With us today is Major Nolan Dean of the Marine Helicopter Squadron 1. This team serves the President of the United States, and I'd like him to say a few words now. Major Dean?
Thanks, sir. Thank you, President Hassler, ladies and gentlemen, for such a warm welcome today. It's a privilege to be in front of you as a Marine, and I understand there are quite a few people here today who have served in the military or have family members that have served or are currently serving. Thank you for your service and their service as well. Also, we understand that there are quite a few people who have participated in the V-22 program. They're responsible for the development and the success of the Osprey. We're grateful for your support and communities such as this that support the military. It's a privilege for us to be here at such a prestigious institution as Purdue University. We're excited to be a part of the dedication of the Purdue Research Park Aviation District, and it's an honor to be able to represent the MV-22 community and the Marine Corps. I'd like to introduce my flight crew that's with us today and share some of the capabilities of the Osprey. My name is Major Nolan Dean. I'm from Burien, Washington, and I have about 8 years experience with the Osprey. Major Derek Cotta of Gustine, California has 11 years with the Osprey. Staff Sergeant Patrick Riley of Jacksonville, North Carolina has 9 years as a crew chief. Sergeant Claiborne Moore III of Cleveland, Ohio has served with the Marine Corps in the Osprey for 6 years. Corporal Cheyenne Poyser of Albuquerque, New Mexico has been with the program for 3 years and served as a crew chief. And then Corporal Abigail Moore of Remington, Indiana has been with the program for 5 years and serves as a plane captain in our maintenance department. In addition to us today, there are many more people back at Quantico, which enabled us to be here, and they deserve recognition as well. So for the Marine Corps, the MV-22 is responsible for the transportation of personnel, equipment, and supplies for combat assault and assault support operations. The V-22 has the speed and range of a turboprop aircraft and the maneuverability of a helicopter. It has twice the speed and 5 times the range of previous helicopters. The aircraft is built with composite materials, fly-by-wire controls, and can take off and land vertically, as well do short takeoff landings and refuel in flight. One key component of the V-22 Osprey is the Rolls-Royce AE1107 Charlie Liberty turboshaft engine. These engines produce 6,150 horsepower apiece. At HMX, we do a lot of tours, and one thing I like to point out on tours is the Rolls-Royce engine. To put the capabilities and sophistication of this engine in perspective for people on the tours, I point out that one engine has more horsepower than all 4 engines on a World War II B-17 bomber, and they're always impressed by this. For today's static display, I invite you to come out to the aircraft, ask questions, please take a look inboard, take pictures, and enjoy yourself. Thank you very much for having us out here today.
Next, we have Gunnery Sergeant Gene Bradley of the 9th Marine Corps District. This district serves the greater Lafayette area. Gunnery Sergeant Bradley, please welcome.
Good morning, everyone. And once again, thank you for coming out. I'd like to thank Rolls-Royce and Purdue University for letting us come here today. My name is Gunnery Sergeant Bradley. Like I said, I'm with the officer selection team here, and our job is to talk to young men and women that are in college and are looking for chances to fly aircraft such as the V-22 that help our troops, help us Marines out there get to places to keep us safe. With that being said, I'd like to introduce the recruiters that are out here with me with the officer selection team. I have Staff Sergeant Smeltzer, Lieutenant Burnworth, Lieutenant Bruner, and Lieutenant Compton. We're here to talk to anybody who's thinking or wanting to fly these aircrafts as a future going forward. Thank you very much once again.
Needless to say, we are seeing some of the finest men and women America has to offer, and now is the time for us as Hoosiers to thank them for dedicating their lives to our freedom and the protection of our country. Hoosiers, what do you think about these young people? Richard Fanjoy, would you raise your hand? Okay, right here, for you young fellas and ladies that are thinking about some kind of career in aviation, he's your man. He is in the Purdue College of Aviation, and he teaches young people how to fly and hopefully get into this kind of equipment sometime in their life. So I want to make sure you know that he is here. And finally, before we start queuing up for the viewings, I would like to introduce not only the best mayor in the United States, but maybe the coldest mayor in the United States. Mayor Dennis, please, a few words, and would you please take the first ticket to see this magnificent piece of airplane?
Thanks, Dan. Thank you very much. And unlike Marines, where you normally come prepared for the weather, I forgot my overcoat. So, Dan, if you really wanted to give me something instead of the ticket, you could have given me a jacket. It is rather cold out. Well, some of you that know me know that I come from a military background. My father was a commander in the United States Navy, a pilot. He actually, he'll be 100 years old. If he was alive, he'd be 100 years old next year. He trained on biplanes when he joined the Navy. Did you hear that, gentlemen? He trained on biplanes when he joined the Navy. He ended up, when he retired, he was flying the first iteration of the C-130. My brother was a helicopter pilot in Vietnam. So Ed's obviously still around, but he retired and he's living in Houston now, where he doesn't have to put up with this type of weather. But if my father were here and if my brother were here, they would be absolutely amazed at the technology being applied towards defending our country these days. My brother was in a helicopter, so he understood the principles of going up and down horizontally. My father, of course, flying fixed wings, understood the other principles involved. But most importantly, what they did understand is the commitment to their country, the commitment to service, and the understanding that at any time, our country can be under threat by a foreign interest. And their dedication, Dad spent over 30 years in the military, and my brother spent 32 years in the military, retiring as a chief warrant officer. They understood the sacrifices that need to be made, and the sacrifices that are not only made by the officers themselves, but also by the families and the friends of those. So, gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, we do truly appreciate your sacrifice. But I think now, as we progress in our history, it's utterly amazing to see how we can combine two technologies to make a machine, an aircraft like that, that can do so many different things. It really is truly a credit not only to our country, but to the technology that comes from universities like Purdue University. Every day, we're graduating students that are going to contribute not only to the technological world, but to the safety of our country. And to that, I think also we deserve to give Purdue University and staff a round of applause as well. But for the city of West Lafayette, we are honored to have you here today. I don't want to take up any more of your time because there's going to be a lot of neat stuff to look at. So thank you all for having us. And ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for all you do for our country.
Thanks, Mayor. Appreciate it. Okay, enough of the talking. Let's take a peek at this thing, huh? Follow the instructions, please, of the flight crew. They will tell you when and how to queue. If you've got 300 tickets were passed out to go through the airplane. So they'll queue up, I believe, at the rear. Is that the way you wanted to do it? At the front? Okay, very good. All right, again, thank you for coming out. Thank you for celebrating with us the ribbon cutting for the Aerospace District. Look for big things to come. Thanks all.